Arrakis. Dune. Ever since the arrival of the long-awaited and often delayed Dune Part 1, fans old and new alike have been eager to return to the desert planet for the story's epic conclusion. Dune Part 2 is currently set to release in theaters October 20th, 2023, and as production for the sequel begins ramping up, Denis Villeneuve has given an update in a recent interview with Empire magazine on the film's progress and teased what fans can expect to see from this highly anticipated sequel. In this video, I'd like to break down this recent interview and what this indicates regarding Dune Part 2. I'll leave a link in the description for Empire's interview if you'd like to check it out. In what was previously deemed unfilmable, Denis Villeneuve has seemingly done the impossible by bringing Frank Herbert's grand universe to life on screen. And yet it can be said that Dune Part 1 barely scratched the surface of the intricate tale, which puts all the more pressure on the accomplished filmmaker for Part 2. In keeping with the pattern of facing insurmountable challenges when adapting this complex story, Villeneuve overcame several obstacles and setbacks which threatened the film's success. In comparison to what it took to make Part 1, Denis indicated that they are having a somewhat smoother road on the way to filming the sequel. When speaking with Empire, the director said, quote, "We are supposed to shoot by the end of the summer. I will say it is mostly designed. The thing that helps us right now is that it's the first time I've revisited a universe. So I'm working with the same crew, everybody knows what to do, we know what it will look like. The movie will be more challenging, but we know where we are stepping, and the screenplay is written, so I feel confident. Frankly, the only big unknown for me right now is the pandemic." The director certainly seems excited as ever and eager to get started in completing his adaptation. It's reassuring how confident he is and how smoothly pre-production has gone. Denis has confirmed the screenplay is already written, that the crew previously assembled all know their jobs, the director's approach, and vision, so even though filming the sequel will be more challenging, everyone knows where they are stepping and are ready to go full steam ahead to start filming at the end of summer. Many fans are certainly eager to see more of the universe fleshed out. For me, one of the biggest issues I had with the first film was simply a desire for more. I was missing scenes that would have delved into the politics of the Empire, the role of the Mentats, and the cunning plans within plans of the evil House Harkonnen. In particular, I was wanting more development for the Harkonnen antagonists. This desire was not only from fans though, even one of Dune's stars, Jason Momoa, professed he wanted to see the 4 to 5 hour director's cut of the film to see Villeneuve's complete vision for this adaptation. Fans' hope in a director's cut only increased when it was revealed just how much of the film was left on the cutting room floor. While Villeneuve has affirmed that the released version was his complete vision, he has indicated his intention was to leave some elements a mystery to be expounded upon in the sequel. The director has commented before that the Spacing Guild, space travel, as well as the Mentat world will be explored more in Part 2. And in this most recent interview, he touched on the expanded role of the Harkonnens, saying, "When you adapt, you have to make bold choices in order for the things to come to life. And I think that was the best way to introduce this world to a wide audience. Now in the second one, I want to have more flexibility, and it will be possible to go a little bit deeper into some of these details. It's like a chess game. Some new characters will be introduced in the second part, and a decision I made very early on was that this first part would be more about Paul Atreides and the Bene Gesserit and his experience of being in contact for the first time with a different culture. Second part, there will be much more Harkonnen stuff." Denis certainly succeeded in setting up Paul's journey and the schemes of the Bene Gesserit. The scenes Paul shares with his parents and his mentors are superbly executed. While I hoped for more regarding the other elements that make up Frank Herbert's Dune, Villeneuve's passion for the source material is undeniable. He demonstrated a firm grasp on the main themes and characters, but I can't wait to see the results from the director's greater creative flexibility this next time around. As he dives deeper into the details of this unique universe, I'm especially looking forward to seeing the continued development of the antagonists of this story. While the Baron Vladimir Harkonnen was certainly imposing, threatening, and repulsive, I was missing his cunning and fierce ambition from this first entry. I also felt we didn't see much at all from Beast Raban, so now I feel like Part 2 will have some catching up to do when it comes to these characters, as well as providing an effective introduction for the Harkonnen heir, Feyd-Rautha, who I feel will be instrumental in facilitating a satisfying climax to the sci-fi epic. There is now definitely a lot more on the filmmaker's plate as he takes the opportunity to explore more of the Fremen, the Empire, the Spacing Guild, the Mentat Order, and House Harkonnen with the addition of Feyd-Rautha. To handle all this while balancing the stories of the main and supporting characters' continued journeys is certainly a tall order. But the director seems ready to go in moving forward with the monumental challenge set before him, saying, "I just want to experience it, be present with it, every single moment of it. When I shoot a film, I shoot it like all my movies, as if it's the last one. I will do the same with Part 2. Considering where Villeneuve and company decided to end Dune Part 1, most fans were relieved to hear the news of Warner Bros. Greenlighting the sequel. There seems to be a general consensus regarding the first film that it feels only like the start of the story, and as such, it goes without saying that it would have been a massive disappointment for fans and general audiences alike had we never gotten Part 2. It definitely will be interesting to see how Villeneuve decides to wrap up the story of Dune and what hints he'll choose to include leading toward the continuation of the saga in the books that follow. I would think Villeneuve would be feeling even more pressure in filming Part 2, but judging by his excitement to revisit this universe and his confidence level, his vision for the path forward seems clear to him, and I can't help but be excited as well for what's to come. This is only the beginning. But I'm curious to know what you think about Denis Villeneuve's approach so far in Dune Part 1 and for the conclusion to come. What are you looking forward to seeing in the upcoming sequel? Are there any particular elements from Frank Herbert's universe that you are hoping to see fleshed out in more detail? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe for more Dune and other sci-fi and fantasy news and lore. Thank you all so much for your support, and as always, have a very nerdy day.